This is the Euro Dragster podcast from Eurodragster.com, covering UK and European drag racing since 1997. Hosted by Graham and Chris. This bi-monthly show brings you the latest news, stories and updates from across the drag racing scene, with the occasional guest. This podcast is sponsored by Design by Binny. Now, let's get to it.
Good evening. Welcome back to part 5 of the Eurodragster.com podcast with me, Graham.
And myself, Chris.
Thank you for joining us. As we normally seem to do these days, every 2 weeks we will record these on a Sunday evening. We have got some guests, I say guests, plural, because we have a couple of people joining us this evening, might be more actually, and one extra bonus interview that we recorded earlier in the week. I'll let you know a little bit later who that is. Episode 4 was a little bit shorter than normal because we didn't get as many people as we wanted to interview, but as a result of that meeting the day after, we found some more people, and as a result of that, they're joining us today. So moving forward, I'm going to surprise Chris now that we're getting close to, after 4 episodes, that we're getting close to 650 downloads, which is quite
very impressive. Wow.
Yeah. I would
Wow.
never I would never have thought that would be so popular, but it proving. I've had some people message me in the week, one being JC Grant has sent me his best wishes to say keep it up. This is what we need. This is what people like. This is how we do it. And I'll thank you to him. He sent me a care parcel yesterday. Very nice care parcel. Wow, I like that. That's how
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil
Very
that
nice.
by wearing it too soon.
No.
So as ever, we'll start with our bit of a news roundup that we have from the site, some bits and pieces that have been going on over the last few days. So I pass over to Chris. Chris has got the list of all the bits and pieces. So all yours, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Graham. Yeah, just going through some news, what we've got published last few days and today, which we're recording on a Sunday. You got the speed show at Elventon, part of the straight liners, start on Saturday and Sunday the 1st of March. If you go on our website, you can see more details about what's going to be at the event, prices, times, and if you want to take your car down and run down the track, there's ways you can run what you brung. But there's some strict rules you have to stick by with the helmets now. Is mandatory in most tracks now. Manston Park Raceway, they've issued a work party for the 28th of February. If anyone's free in the area or doesn't mind travelling, contact Paul Marsden at Manston Raceway Park, or you could just turn up. More the merrier to get the track ready to start the season. Eurodragster sponsors VP Racing Fuels published a release on Friday about their new European brand ambassador. If I can pronounce the name, feel free to jump in if you can pronounce it, Graham. I've got, is it Michael Anglin?
Yeah, well, we have to try. We don't actually personally know the gentleman, but good luck to him with his new role.
He's well respected over the European drag racing, hands-on expertise, track preparation, track direction. He's had over 20 years experience in Sweden. So they've appointed Mikael as the brand ambassador for Europe. And so there's more details on our webpage in the news if you want to read the full story, or you can go on to VP Racing, racingfuels.com, and it'll be all on there, full details as well. And moving on, we've John Tebenham, we class as JT. He's posted about he's going to fire up a fuel funny car which belongs to. Let me just have a look. I can't remember.
To
We
Rob
did
Elson.
Yeah, to Rob Elson. His funny car.
Yep.
He's going to be doing a fire up. I don't know if that will be in the pits or on the start line. I'm not quite sure yet. But that's something to keep an eye on in the news. We've also published part 1 of the story of the British Drag Racing
Association, the BDRA, yeah.
Association. Yep, the BDRA part 1. So that's on our website. If you give that a read, it's a really good read, produced by Nick Pettit.
I read that today, and as I say, as Chris says, that's part 1.
I read it when I coded it.
Yes.
And so that's a good story to keep an eye on. We've got, I think we've got a press release from Manston Raceway Park, which will be coming out on Monday, which by the time this gets uploaded, you've already seen in the news, which I'm just waiting for that to come in from Paul, so we'll get that uploaded soon. Festival of Power. Any racers who want to enter at Santa Pod, it's a reminder to get your application in, because you have 19 days and 6 hours at the current time. So by the time this goes live, you're looking only 17 days left.
Yeah, we'll have to pre-guess what that's going to be at the time this goes out.
Again, Santa Pod Racers Club website. You can enter through there. Just log in as your usual details and then enter the event. And the more the merrier. What else we've got on my list? We have to be prepared for news.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we're very pleased. Eurodrag's the pit note reporter. We feel like it might be the right time to announce the person who's going to be hopefully will be taking over that role.
Yeah, we've been hinting at this for a while.
Stepping into Simon Grove's boots in the pits, and hopefully she'll be. I've said a she, so it's a female.
Yeah, he's sort of half giving it away.
Yeah, and hopefully she will be as much success as Simon was in the pits. So this person, a lot of people know her. I think it's Super Pro. Is it Super Pro ET?
Yep.
And she's only a 20-year-old, and the piss person's Jessica Bishop. So welcome on board, Jessica. Welcome to the Eurodragster family, and we'll finally meet you in person, fully, at hopefully Darling Day at Santa Pod on the 14th of March.
Yep, we are. That's going to be a very busy weekend for me because
You're doing pictures.
Am I?
Oh yeah.
I had no idea. No. Well.
No. I don't think. Don't do pictures. Yeah,
I don't know if we do. There's nothing to say that we can't. The question is, no. I've got dialing down the Saturday. Then I've got a Danish speedway rider's testimonial on the Sunday that I have to officiate over. So. So I'm straight from and the evening of that Saturday as well is an evening due in a local establishment that I really want to get to. So hopefully I can get back in time for that, and that's with some speedway riders that I know very well. So I'd love to go to that. We'll see how time goes. But yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend for me because then I've got to be straight back here Sunday morning to do get the racetrack ready and then officiate over a speedway testimonial. So
yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend for you.
And it just. I suppose that's a precursor to our 65 events that we're doing something 04 with.
Yeah, it's subject to change, but it's what we're hoping to do. If it's at the end of the season, if it's still 65, 66 events.
You never know. It could be more.
Very impressed. But it could be more.
It could be more. It could be less. But amongst all that, and we're still going to do this, so there'll be more information. More bits and pieces floating around. Obviously, if one of the things I want to do over the season with the podcast is if you want to share anything or you want to speak to anybody, put some borrow, steal, anything like that, we're you guys to put it out there. People are beginning to listen to us, and I'm grateful for that. I just hope that people continue to us.
Yeah. And feel free to drop us a message on Facebook or email with your thoughts about our podcasts, because we'd like to hear any good or bad comments. If we can improve on anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Positive, negative, don't mind. Always like to hear from people.
Because we're all new at this at the moment still. And
this is only number 5, and I'm still myself every time I go live.
Understand when we get to 25, and it's we still.
Well, we'd probably be yawning and getting on with it. But with that being said, we've never actually set up a plan for what we want to do. We do have a little list that we try and stick to, but as far as people joining us, people telling us about their journeys, I have a few people on my list. Obviously, with Jess coming on board, I would like to possibly get Jess on one of these podcasts just to give us her story, probably with her father Paul. They'd be a good couple of people to have. I'm going to reach out to a few people. I've definitely got one international driver that wants to come on. I've also got another guy that spoke to me this week and said I said, well, perhaps we should get you on, and he was like, yeah, I'm well up for that. So I've got at least 5 names on my list that I can pick on. But if you want to make yourself known, then just message us, email us, talk to us. We'd love to get you on. This is what it's all about. It's not just about us two.
That's it.
It's all about
everyone.
No, it's about the family that is drag racing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be from the UK. You can be from Europe. You can be from anywhere.
Yeah.
Just give us a line, and we'll get you on.
And I'd love more international people. Yeah, I mean, I've still got this list. I look at it every day when I'm in here. I have a big long list of names that I really want to get on here, and some of them we've had. Actually, I look at some of them now and say, yeah, we've had that person on. Luke Stevenson, I probably want to get on. Luke and Lily, but Lily might be a bit of an interesting one to listen to.
Yeah, we had Luke Stevenson at the the Centre Pod Racers Club dinner.
Yep, and I'd like to get him a longer chat. I'd like to have him on here. I mean, he's
a bit longer.
He's a knowledgeable guy with his European front wheel drive, and I say that isn't limited to that. His knowledge is quite vast, with his commentary and his racing, and obviously with his family now racing. It's going to be more and more in the future, and I'd like him to come on and tell us how he got there. I mean, he has a lot to do with Malta. That'd be great fun. That would be great. So, Luke, reach out.
yeah, definitely reach out. Yeah,
I think he's in a foreign country at the moment, resting, as he always seems to be.
There's just one more bit of news I did miss. Last week we'd published the Centre Pod Racers Club title sponsors. Have a look on our website in the news at that news post. It's all about sharing the companies who sponsor the categories, and visit their websites, see what offers they've got on, because you might find you need an item and they've got it on for sale for you.
Yep.
Or they might be able to help you get a product you need for your race car or bike or anything else. So have a read of the title sponsors news page, and then visit the people's websites. There should be links on there to their sites. It's really good. You probably see a lot of it on Centre Pod Racers Club website. When you do the entry list, it'll tell you the title sponsors there.
Yep.
But I say our page just gives that little bit extra detail on who they are and what they actually do.
Yeah.
And what can sell.
That's
so
good.
Keep an eye on that. That's a good little.
I did my what I call my cheat sheet, because when I'm in the tower, remembering some of them is like but a lot of it's like muscle memory now. I know exactly who's in there, but not many of them changed. So that's always a positive note that people have always come back for another year.
Yeah.
The only other thing that isn't is the junior classes are yet to be 100% announced. I think people will hazard a guess.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what the guesses are going to be, but I think it's a foregone conclusion that they know who will cover the junior classes.
Yeah.
But that's a great piece of news as well if that does actually get released.
I think anyone's involved in the junior classes, I think they'll already know.
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
But we can't really say anything too much about it, because we've that's going to be a separate post what's going to come out hopefully soon. So
Yep, and that's thanks to the SPRC and Ian Marshall, who does
Ian Marshall.
who sends us a lot of information. And as I say, he would be another name for the list, which would be a really good. And that leads us on. Yeah, that leads us on to birthdays.
Birthdays. Yeah, there's quite a few birthdays to announce. Sunday, obviously, we're recording at the moment on a Sunday, so we'll say happy birthday to Nitro FM Paul Wright.
Yeah, known as Oz. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Willie Wars racer Guy Davenport. We've got Outlaw Flat Phone Nigel Hull. And we've got former top methanol funny car racer Des Cravan. Is it Krivan, I believe?
Craven, yeah.
Birthdays coming up this coming week, just for a couple of days ahead. I've got rocket bike legend Eric Tibble.
Tribble,
yeah.
Tribble,
yeah. Happy birthday. We've got sportsman ET racer Georgina Smith. We've got the Vegas hustler racer Mark Bishop. And we've got outlaw street racer Rod Atkinson. And we've got Don Scott, Supergas racer Tim Miller. And we've got drag raceway track announcer Bob Beck.
Oh, Bob, yeah.
Bob, yeah, that's coming out on Tuesday. And Tim Miller and Don there on Tuesday, the day this gets released. So happy birthday to you for today.
Yep.
If you want to do that. And I think that's all. I haven't gone too far on the birthdays. That's all we can do for now, I believe.
It's always a bit strange, isn't it, when we do the birthdays, because we're thinking, what days is this going out, and you know, you don't want to jump
record on a Sunday.
Yeah, you don't want to jump the gun too much. So, but I think we're on track as where we need to be.
Yep, I think we are. Yeah.
Yep, and so that leads us on to our first interview. Now, this is a little bit odd. Not odd with the interview is not odd, but the way we did it, we recorded this about 4 days ago. On
Wednesday.
Yeah, it was the past Wednesday, so it would nearly be by the time this goes live, it could be nearly a week before we had. Yeah, and it was with quite a special guy, brilliant name, as we discussed in the interview. The Force of Nature steam jet bikes rider, owner, builder, genius that is Graham Sykes. We had a good interview with him, a good 15-20 minute chat on Wednesday evening, and that follows
in his workshop.
In his workshop, and you'll hear us talk about his workshop. I
did travel down to see him.
Yeah. You'll hear us talk about his workshop, which is quite strange. It still lingers in my head because most people just, we have gardening tools or a lawnmower, as I say.
The size of the machines he had, it's amazing.
Yeah, and Chris had this firsthand. He sat in his workshop with all his machinery and all his tools and things like that, and I know
having a nice coffee with a picnic bar, so it was lovely.
Yeah.
And a tonics.
Yeah. What hospitality, hey?
Yeah. Really
so good. That'll follow this. I will insert the interview here. You can listen to that. And then we'll be back after that with our main guests for this evening that we will record with them this evening. And see you on the other side.
Good evening, everyone. We are recording on a Wednesday night. I'm down here in Londonderry.
Correct, yeah.
With Mr. Graham Sykes from Force of Nature. Steam bike, or steam rocket bike, is that what it's classed as?
It's call it what you want, yeah. Steam rocket bike, water bike, whatever, yeah.
Just made the 45-minute journey down to see how Graham's doing and the bike is. Just a few questions. I'm not going to make it too long because I know you're a very busy man. 2025, did it go to plan? Were you happy with the end of the season?
Yeah, we had a really good season. 2025 exceeded our expectations in so much as we went down the wrong avenue, so to speak, in 2024. So we had a new vessel made, but we sort of burnt our bridges and committed to a certain type of valve, and we had to make the pressure vessel to suit the valve, and the valve was untested. But in practice, it looked good. In theory, it looked good, but we'd never run it, so we didn't quite know what its performance was going to be. So it was a little bit of blind faith. it was going to work, but whether it was going to be better than 24, we didn't know. But the valves looked better. They offered a much less restriction for the water to flow. So it was a bit of a learning curve as we started slow, and we soon found out that we were developing a lot more power than we were the previous year. So we just started leaning on it, and unfortunately, because we were running the type of valve, we had to make the pressure vessel a little bit smaller for it all to fit in. So that gave us effectively 88 litres of water, which were, when we were on the power we were producing, maximum thrust, was giving us just under 2 seconds of power. So to put that into perspective, that's just before the end of the grandstands in the left-hand lane at Santa Pod. 3:30. We started becoming very close to running sub 2 second 3:30s, and then in the latter part of the season we ran a multiple amount of 1.97s, and of course that reflects to the quarter mile. So we ran a 5:83 at the finals on the Friday evening, which we were ecstatic about. We'd run 4.5s before then, but they were up at Campbelltown in Scotland, and different track, different timing systems. It was fantastic to be able to back it up at Santa Pod with the TSI system.
Definitely brilliant, So that's a good end of the season for last year. So.
It was really good, but it was very frustrating because we knew that if we had a little bit more duration, we'd be able to go a lot quicker.
And that was your plan for over winter, to make it bigger?
Yeah, well, halfway through the season, we decided to bite the bullet, and we contacted Mick Dowd at CPE, who makes the pressure vessels for us, and he said, let's get started. So all the parts were bought in, and then once I'd designed the vessel, they looked over it and did their calculations and said, right, we know what spec we need to build it to. Let's get going. So they started building that in the middle of the year. But of course we had to keep the bike in one piece because we had commitments with bookings.
And you've made the bike longer as well, haven't you? So.
The bike is longer, it's longer for two reasons. One is so we can get a bigger vessel in. And secondly, and more importantly, is it makes the riding position safer. Because of the G-force we pull in, the maximum G-force we've seen is 6.8 G. It's not for the faint-hearted.
No.
And I was riding it with quite a bent arm, and all you're doing is you're generating your upper body into a spring. So on the hit, when you hit the button, your upper body and head wants to fly back. My helmet is tied to my leathers with restraints, and I also wear a neck brace. So my neck wasn't being affected, but my upper body was lifting. So we had to develop a new way of riding the bike, and that's instead of pulling on the handlebars to hold on, you push against them and lock yourself in. And when you press the button, you actually headbutt the bike, and that stops you coming out. So for 2026, it seemed a good idea to kill two birds with one stone and move the handlebars further away, so that we're in a better riding position.
Definitely. Forecast to be out first for 26?
Well, we're aiming for the March test meeting on the Sunday, the test and tune-up.
Spring shakedown.
The spring shakedown at Melbourne. If we're ready before that, then we'll try and organise a private test at Elvington, because it's a big open expanse and it's nice and safe. We've about 4 or 5 weeks work still to do to the bike. The carbon body was finally, we got it to fit last night, about 9:30 last night. That's been 3 days of messing around trying to get that to fit. Of course, we've cut the carbon body and it's been extended, and there's lots of work to do. So next week that's going away to be painted. We've got the mothership to modify to get the longer bike to fit. We've done
that the ex-hospital bed, I believe.
The ex-hospital bed, that's right. That's the one. We call it the mothership because it does what it says. And not only that, the motorhome and trailer are away being painted and wrapped, and they say they should be able to get it back in time. So
is that to match the bike?
It's all to match the bike. Yeah, it's going to be bling.
Definitely looking forward to the report on that. And
so we've got it's going to be metallic white, gold, and charcoal black.
Right.
It's going to look like something from an 80s disco.
Yeah, it's a pretty spectacular looking piece of equipment already, but it's going to look decidedly. I would say, is it going to look hugely different, or will people actually just say, "Oh, that looks the same"? Is it? We know it's going to be longer, but
yeah, it's. How can I describe it? It'll be as subtle as the Flying Fifer's new paint job. Exactly the same, but completely different. If people recognise the car or the bike, but the paint job will be slightly different. We've got new sponsors for this year as well, which is good news. I can't say too much about that at the moment, but
you're going to announce that later.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we'll announce that later. But it's all looking very favourable.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So if all goes well on the test day, when's your next event?
Okay, so
your first adventure.
So on the Sunday, if it all goes well, we're going to test again at Full Throttle Monday, which is at Elvington, the Straight Liners top speed event, which we'll hijack the quarter mile at the end of the mile, because they have a mile target and then they have a mile and a quarter trap. So we can start at the end of the mile and run a quarter mile and just get a quarter mile time.
Yeah.
We can look at our logging. I'm not too bothered about what times and speeds we're doing.
Yeah.
But
it's just
we
more
just
data, collecting data.
That's right. And make sure that all the systems are working.
Yeah.
Because it's from the handlebars backwards, it's all new.
It is.
So we built a complete new bike in under 5 months.
Yeah.
And when I say we, I mean me.
Well, yeah. For the benefit of the listeners, all I can see Chris and I can see Graham, and I can see a CNC machine. And there's not many people that I know can just say, "Oh, I'm just nipping out to the garage because I've got a CNC program running."
Well, I've got a few CNC machines. Yeah.
That one there.
Oh, that yeah. I've got We've just got lawnmowers and miscellaneous.
Well, I've got a shed for lawnmowers, but
I've got the mother-in-law in the garden.
Yeah, we've slowly made the garden sort of like self-managed, because we never, we're.
I can imagine. He said, "I've got this good idea, so we don't have to mow the lawn anymore." And she said, "We're not building another one."
No, we've just had it all paved, and the garden looks lovely, and it's made pretty much, which is great.
That's what you need when you.
In the mind of a genius, isn't it, Chris? I mean, there's things that we all do, and we think, well, in our chosen field, we think, well, that was quite impressive, but I know everybody that sits there and from the outside looking in says, "Oh my good God, this man's an absolute genius."
Well, it's a thin line
genius
between
and crazy, I would say.
Yeah, they do say there's a fine line between genius and eccentricity, but
it's just developed. I wanted to build a rocket bike many years ago, and obviously been following Eric Taboul with his fantastic achievements. On that 498, phenomenal. I was there. I was privileged to see it. Can't take anything away from Eric, but I didn't want to follow in Eric's footsteps. He made such a good job with peroxide, and the problems that come with peroxide. It doesn't overemphasize the danger. I mean, it's such a dangerous fuel, and it's so reactive. It's wanting to react with itself, and it's a restricted fuel. It's very dangerous. I live at the end of RAF Leeming, which is a strategic nuclear base. I wouldn't have a license to run. I can't get my nitro license, so I've got to be careful what I do here. I can make as much noise as I want, but with regards peroxide, you've got to be careful. So I looked at other avenues as to what we could use to make a rocket, and Evel Knievel built a rocket, excuse me, to try and jump over Snake River Canyon.
Oh yes, that thing, yes.
Yeah, I remember following that and thinking, how can that be water?
Mm.
And then, I went to the library and I did a bit of research on it, and it was actually designed by a chap called Bob Truax, who's sadly no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pioneer in steam rocketry, and he had his understudy, so to speak, was a chap called Craig Adams, who's still with us, and I email Craig regularly. We've become good friends, and one of his accomplices as well. We exchange ideas on a daily basis. He's his friend John Hudson. He's based in Texas, so we communicate most nights till midnight, and then then I go to bed and then continue it till about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then he goes to bed. So there's no manual to open to say this is how you build a rocket, and even if there was, everything changes. It's all very bespoke.
Yeah.
So we're learning, and we've pretty much found out how to get power out of superheated water.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's also dangerous, so it's got to give it the respect that it deserves.
It does.
Everything's built with.
No, I've seen it set up at Melbourne and Centrepod, and the amount of pressure you're putting into that while it's in the pits.
Yeah.
You don't want that to explode.
No, I mean we were at Centrepod one. I think it was Flame and Thunder a couple of years ago, and the dew point came down, so we couldn't run, but we were ready to run, and we were told that's it. I said, right, that's fine, absolutely fine. We're doing it on the grounds of safety. So I started to release the steam, and I can't remember. It was one of the Nitro funny car guys that were there. He came over because the steam just coming out of it. It'd been coming out for about 15 minutes, and he went, "That's been going for 15 minutes. How much steam's in there?" I said, "Oh, it'll go for another hour yet." And then once we've got rid of all the steam, then we drain the water. And so what you're saying, it takes an hour and a quarter to get rid of all the steam on top of the water? I said, yes. He says, how quick do you release that? How's it, how long does that take? I said, 2 seconds. So putting that into perspective, you see, when water flashes to steam, it expands at a rate of 1,620 to 1. And we flash 44 litres a second. So it doesn't take a mathematician to work out that there's a massive amount of expansion going on.
Good grief. Good
So
grief.
capturing that efficiently is our target.
Yeah. So if all goes well on the Monday at Elventon to get the data,
yeah,
I think you've mentioned
then
Festival of Power, hopefully.
Yeah, we set off on Wednesday to Festival of Power, yeah. So we'll then run it over the quarter mile and see whereabouts we are.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got 3 or 4 years of data, but new bike, new setup.
Yeah.
Does that mean that it's the data collection is totally reset? So, or are you using a good proportion of your data?
Yeah, it's all about flow rates. Yeah. So we've calculated what flow rate we think we're going to get with this new setup.
Yeah.
But it's such a complicated formula that it's a guess.
Yeah.
It's going to give you a guide as to where we are. So we'll start slow, low pressure, low volume, small nozzles, and from there on we can work up. Change one thing at once so that we're not corrupting any data. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not going to start right from base 1. We're already on like level 5. So if we start at level 4, we can soon, exceed what we were doing last year. We've got to do it safely.
No,
I think when I first saw you last year, obviously you were in the left lane and I sit above the right. I remember seeing you go down there, and then obviously the track staff were out with the squeegees and the shoe and having a good old mopping up. And I thought, I'll have a look at this. And I think I actually dug in because I have access to all pods data from all the years gone by, and I looked up Eric's 60 foot, and it just blew it away.
Well, I think Eric's best was 0.9108. I'm not an amateur or anything, but I think it's 0.9108. And his 330 is 2.307. But it's a different thing, It's like trying to compare a diesel to a petrol engine.
Yeah.
they both have pistons going up and down, but it's a completely different concept. And Eric uses thrust to propel him forward, and so do we, but it's generated in a different manner. Eric has a chemical reaction between the peroxide and the catalyst, and we allow superheated water, which we store, which is full of potential energy. We flash it to kinetic energy. So the two are different. Eric has a specific impulse, I would think, of around 200, and at best we'll be able to get 50. So we need 4 times the fuel to get the same power that Eric can get with the amount of fuel he has. But what we can do is we can release it a lot quicker than Eric, because we can release it straight out through nozzles, where Eric has got to push it through a catalyst pack. So that's why our 60 foots are so much greater. One advantage in doing that is, if once you've mastered the technique of holding on and doing it safely, you can get all your energy out efficiently in the first 8th mile, and then coast the second 8th, because you've got the momentum. And in doing that, it won't particularly affect your ET, but it'll keep your terminal speeds low. So we're expecting to be able to go through the finishing line once we've got this new vessel mastered around about 240 miles an hour, whereas Eric was over 290. And of course, you've got to stop. I know Eric. It was interesting, shall we say? But I mean, fair play to him. He did it. He's done. It's set in stone. Is that record? And fantastic.
And it is a benchmark for him. So people can aspire to it. I don't think I do it.
I don't think anybody will beat Eric's time with peroxide.
No.
I just think that is set in stone for history.
You'll get close, hopefully.
Well, it's tell you what, talk's cheap, and it's easy to say what we're going to do. It'd be lovely, but let's just see where we are with it. It'd be great to run a 2-second 8th and a 4-second quarter. That's something to aim for.
And if listeners don't know about your bike, you can find you on your Facebook page.
So we've got
Force of Nature.
Force of Nature Steam Rocket Bike Facebook page, or Graham Sykes Facebook. And also we've got Force of Nature website, which is force dash. Is it hyphen? I think they call it. Force-of-nature.com.
And then we'll try to get a little report before you start your season.
Yes, of course.
Some pictures and stuff, and we'll get that rating up on the features on your
That's right. I can throw lots of information your way.
And it's always good to see that your social media is really active. I've seen pictures of the pressure vessel. I've seen your jets, your rear axle mountings and things like that. And it's just, I'm from a personal note, I love to see how things tick.
Well, a couple of years ago, I was asked by several people, how do you make this? Because it just looks as though it's just come out of the factory. And of course, it's a one-off. There's only one like it in the world. And it is made in a shed, and it's just me working away in my shed with no windows, no distractions. And they said, well, it'd be great to see, the bit of a background. So this build particularly, I said, right, well, let's start from actually manufacturing the pressure vessel down at CPE in Tamworth. Let's go through it right to the first test. So we've been doing pretty much every week. We've been doing an update as to where we are, and every post I put on, it's so popular.
Absolutely.
There's no negatives. Well, not yet anyway.
the whole thing is unique, and I think that's one of the good points of the whole thing is not only is it a vehicle, or I should say a bike that everybody's interested in, it's just so unique. It's just people just are captivated by it. I know I am.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm a fan. I've got your T-shirt.
and he wears it quite regularly. I think he's worn it
quite a lot.
Looks like Graham's going to have to do a T-shirt as well, then, doesn't it?
I might have to do a Team Graham shirt.
Yeah, no, it's great, and let's see how far we can take it. And if we can run some fours just using steam, then we've made our mark, I think.
Absolutely.
And that's I think that's our target. ultimately to
Yeah.
try and run a 4-second.
Yeah.
To get all that is a huge bonus, but I think it's just, I think you get an immense kick out of just doing it, just doing what you do, building, putting it together. The riding of it is sort of a little, the cream of the, on top of the cup, isn't it, sort of thing, sort of. Everybody's saying, I think you get an immense kick about the design, the planning, the building. You love the...
Yeah, I'm an engineer, and that's where my forte is. Second, I'm a rider, and I don't have any reservations standing back from the riding duties and putting somebody on who was better placed to do it.
Mhm.
You don't see Toto Wolff jumping into a Formula One
No.
car, Mercedes, and saying, "Hold me beer," do you? It's horses for courses. So when the time comes that I feel that it's beyond me, then I'll pass the reins on. We've got a great team member in Phil Wood, who's ridden the bike multiple times.
Yeah,
and
I've seen him at Melbourne race.
He's only a tenth behind me. I've tried to keep it that way, but he's very good, very good. And
it doesn't give him a full pressure vessel of water. He said, "Oh no, I don't know what you mean."
Couldn't possibly comment. So as and when the time comes, then Phil will take on the riding duties. And I'm no spring chicken, but it's one of these bikes that you can't build when you're young because you haven't got the experience, knowledge, or money. So I'm 63 this year. So some might think I'm a spring chicken, but you've got to be fit to ride this bike, and you've got to be mentally agile as well. And I think my fitness will catch up with me in the next couple of years, and we'll see how we get on. But in the meantime, it's business as usual.
Absolutely. And I say we are looking forward to seeing you at Festival of Power.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'll be watching from a caravan. Because I'll be away that weekend. So.
I'll give you away from the tower.
It'll
be with us before we know it.
Yeah, yes, it will be. I mean, we're looking at things already. Planning our year out. So
we've got 66 events we're looking at covering.
I saw the list. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's subject to change.
Brave or foolish, I think.
But we have got contacts throughout the country and Europe.
I've often said that when I'm in the tower, I said, look, don't just unlock the tower, just kick me as you walk by. I'll be asleep there or something. So.
When it's your second address and you've got PO books,
Well, that is very true. Well, thank you very much.
So we've got three at Santa Pod this year. We've got Festival of Power, the main event, and the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We've got 3 at Melbourne. So we've got the first one, then we've got the Jet Fest, and then we've got the Fireworks Spectacular.
So you got Spring Nationals on the 11th of April. Are you doing that one?
No, I'm not doing
Spring that one.
Oh yeah, the 11th of April.
11th of April, Spring Nationals,
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
And you got Jet Fest.
Yep.
And then
which is 11th and 12th of July.
Are you doing the Midsummer Nationals on August?
No. Our last one at Melbourne is October 3rd and 4th, which is
firework
finale.
Yes.
Then there's been talk about us doing Silverstone, which we did last year with Santa Pod, with Tim Hinchcliffe, which is a great success.
Yep.
And see what happens, because that's been taken over by Carfest.
Yes.
So it's a different format, I think.
Yeah, we were thinking of trying to get involved in that somehow, but logistics is always going to be a bit of a big thing for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got Hockenheim as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's not been confirmed yet, but it's always last minute.
Yeah,
we would like to get to Hockenheim, but it clashes with Green Lake Nationals.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
So where I'll be.
Yes.
Green Lake Nationals.
Oh,
we hopefully we've got a photographer over at Hockenheim. So
well, yes, we'll always do that. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much, Graham, for.
I mean, that's been brilliant. Yeah, that's been absolutely excellent.
It's a pleasure.
Well, I'll see you on the 29th of March, and you'll see probably Graham in the tower at Santa Pod.
That's right. Well, go and make yourself known and go get your T-shirts.
I'll hold you. Look, I've got that on. I've recorded that now, so.
Quite tall.
Yes.
Well, no, thank you very much, Graham.
Thank you.
And
thanks so much. Right, let's start this the right way around. These two gentlemen probably don't need any introduction, but we have to do it anyway. all I have to, if I say to people, red helmet, blue helmet, they'll probably know exactly who I'm talking about. Because that's according to Colin Theobald in the Tower, that's the only way we can tell you apart. Because we just see the back of your head, so nobody knows who's in the car unless the other one's on the start line or the colour of your race helmet. So, good evening to Rob and Pete Brown, aka the Marras.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are we both, gents?
We are
Yeah, we're
cracking.
both well. Yeah.
Good.
Busy as usual. Plenty of news coming in, but we're doing okay.
Yeah,
Busy's good.
this is
Busy's
the
horrible.
I'd say this is the start of our hectic time. So everything's coming in. All the sponsors are coming out for the classes and everything like that. I'm working on a pic. No, you can't see it. It's on another computer behind me. I'm still working on some designs for a few bits of merch. There are a few cars on there that people will recognise. Yeah.
Good.
We've just announced our pit note reporter as well.
Yep.
For this year, so which you probably know, Jessica Bishop.
Oh, fantastic! That's great.
Yeah. We asked.
So we've just announced that earlier on in the podcast. So
Yeah. So we asked
we're
Jess
down at Darling Day.
How long ago did we ask Jess? About could have been 3-4 months ago.
She was the first person came forward when we put the post out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's doing it at university, isn't she? So
She's doing journalism, yeah.
Which is perfect
So
for us.
we meant to meet Jess at the dinner, which we sat in the next table, but we never got a chance to have a chat with her.
it just goes manic, doesn't it? We went looking for you guys, and it turns out you're in a totally different room. And we're like, oh.
Well,
Yeah.
we were. We were just next door where it was quiet, and all the staff kept looking at us.
We're meeting up with Jess at the Darling Day, so she can do a couple of pit notes on some new people, and then that'll also help her understand how it goes on, and then she's going to start on the Festival of Power.
That's really cool. Fair play. So she's going to be racing as well as reporting.
Yeah,
and crewing.
And crewing. Well, unless her father's driving, and then he said he didn't really need the crew. So I'm not quite sure if that's a positive thing or not.
Jeez.
And hopefully, I'm sure she'll do really good and step into Simon Grove's footsteps.
Big steps.
We
She'll be fine.
We did send some links to Simon's notes and what he did when he was in the pits, and she's got some idea how it's going to lay out and work. So we've got our confidence. So.
It's pretty cool, and that's the one thing that we wanted to do with the pit notes is we wanted to bring them back. We tried earlier, but it didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to. So we sat back and said, let's just think about this, and then we sat and we discussed, and this is what's come out. So hopefully going forward it'll be great.
It'll be fine. Be good.
But we are going to put a post on the news tomorrow with a picture of Jess, because she sent me a picture of her.
Oh, she did. Oh, that's fine. I mean, if
I've
she
got
sent
a
you that
picture,
picture, I'd stick a picture up and then say, oh, by the way, totally embarrassing.
So that's going to come out on Monday in the news, which is obviously yesterday when this comes live, hopefully. So everyone will probably know by now. So
that's fantastic news. That's really cool. I'm really pleased for her.
So these gentlemen are drivers, very well-known drivers, of two slingshots that compete in Wild Bunch. And people don't know who they are. I don't really know to say who you are and what you drive. It speaks for yourself. I got very sneaky a week or so ago, and I spoke to Claire Meadows of Wild Bunch fame and asked her to send me some information. And I don't know whether she'd been sitting on this a while or it was collated over a few years. But I thought, I'm really going to embarrass these two guys now because...
At least you can do it for us and not ourselves.
Plus, you had a birthday not so long ago, so happy birthday!
Yeah,
for
we'll
that.
skip over that bit, please. Please don't. Unless Just For Men want to sponsor us, and we're all up for it.
Well, if I read this first paragraph to you, you'll have to tell me whether it's true or not, and who wrote it, because it says we have known the lads since they were about 12, when they took an interest in our slingshot. The twins were super keen and enthusiastic then, and even more. So now they have just turned 37.
Oh, you had to say it.
Oh, was it?
Really?
That's obviously
I
true.
liked you.
They are such great guys and super ambassadors for the Wild Bunch, nostalgia drag racing, and drag racing in general. They are helpful to others and supportive and super passionate about all things nostalgic. How about that,
That'd
hey?
be definitely. Yeah, that's really lovely words. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from the 30, that bit.
Well,
yeah.
gloss. I should have. I'll edit that out in post. You know.
No, you won't. You'll make it even bigger. You'll make it even.
37.
Oh, don't worry. When you reach 54, who cares?
Oh yeah, you'll make it as big as Pete's forehead. Look at the size of you on that camera.
This is the weird thing. Because we do this as an audio podcast, nobody will know that I'm looking at these two gentlemen sitting on the sofa. Chris has disappeared for a minute. He'll be back in a sec. So this is where let me say, it says the boys have been interested in drag racing for many years and eventually became crew for our great friends Mark and Lynn Corsell with the Ball Breaker slingshot, and were great team members for both of them before getting their own first slingshot. This slingshot used to belong to Mark as limited funds, which originally Weekend Warrior built in 1966, and they acquired it as a rolling chassis. I think it was around 2013, but they will confirm. The boys will give you more history on it.
Yeah, so it was we collected it the 2012, so it was the first ever Dragstalgia meet.
When it rained.
Yeah. So yeah, the first ever
great start,
Dragstalgia meet. It wasn't even a rolling chassis. It was, the best way to describe it was an accident in a scaffolding factory. It was just bent tubes.
Oh.
Made it sound worse than it is.
Oh yeah, maybe but that's what it looked like.
Dragster
shaped, yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't even tell our parents we were buying it.
Oh.
We just turned up. Yeah, just turned up after the end of Dragstalgia with a borrowed trailer on the back of a 1.6 Polo. We bought a dragster.
And they went, oh, great, where are you going to put that?
Well, we won't use the expletives, but it was along the lines of, what are you going to do with that? And what are your plans, with other words in between?
Yes.
Which everyone could imagine. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. The downhill slope of...
Oh wow! I do things like that.
Irresponsible for the rest of your life.
I do things like that, but only with small items, so you can sort of secrete it somewhere. Hence, they can't see, but there's a lot of things behind me in my.
I did notice some. I was like, yeah, that's quite a cool little model collection, but like Hot Wheels, isn't it? They just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Funnily enough, that's my collection of Lego. So.
Oh, I've got my Lego collection up there. We can talk Lego after this.
So yeah, and they can see, obviously there's a shelf on my wall and there's lots of bits of memorabilia up there, and because I'm pretty much a speedway enthusiast as well as a drag racing enthusiast, there's a lot of memorabilia. Yeah, there's a lot of memorabilia in my office connected with my speedway career. And see, I've actually been in speedway a lot longer than I have drag racing. So my knowledge is two wheels and going around an oval circuit rather than going in a straight line and four wheels. Yeah, so according to her crib sheet, and I will thank you, Claire, for these, because this is quite embarrassing for them. I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you.
It says that you made your career in 2015, which made a big impression with Wrathchild. So that was the rebranded Weekend Warrior Limited Funds car.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like I say, we got it as just tubes. Got the back axle from Mark Corsell. Love you lots, Dad. Thank you. And just, yeah, over a couple of years, built it back up. I mean, we were quite naive and cocky and sarcastic. Oh, we'll have it done in a year. Yeah, it didn't happen.
No.
But suddenly, we're facing problems we've never faced before, and making massive mistakes.
Yeah,
massive mistakes. I think we bought 5 gearboxes after being told they were power glides, and they were all, yeah, they weren't power glides.
out of a Robin Reliant or something. Yeah.
Like 700 R4s and some other kind of funky dunky gearboxes, and yeah, we really did make mistakes, but we really learned from them. So what we do now, we've got a few guys who contact us building cars. So we really, really do help and advise, because we don't want to see people make the same mistakes we made, because it really did suck the fun out of it for a while.
Yep.
We lost all interest and all spirit to it. we didn't want to go in the garage and continue because we knew we were just going to end a day in the garage disappointed, 6 steps backwards. But we got help off a lot of great people, and finished up with a really cool car, which we still have to this day and still love driving.
Yep.
So,
yeah, and so where did Wrathchild come from?
The name Wrathchild?
Yeah.
The mighty Iron Maiden.
Ah.
That's it. Yeah, we just sat talking. We've got to think of a name for this car, and Mum used to call it a name beginning with a B and ends with a D with letters in the middle.
That's its full name. Its full name is that, but you'll have to come and ask us in person for it.
Yeah. So Wrathchild, yeah. And it just stuck. Wrathchild. Yep. It's a really cool Iron Maiden song. Us being really big Iron Maiden fans, it just worked out. And yeah, Wrathchild, or as she's lovely known by us, Rathy. Like a pet.
She's a pet, but yeah, she's an expensive pet.
Oh yeah, but a lot well more mannered. I mean, she leaks a bit. It doesn't smell as bad.
What pet doesn't, hey? Yeah, but you said your debut was in 2015, but you still won. Well, I see.
2014, I think Hot Rod Drags 2014.
Yep, I've got on your achievement list now that your achievement list fills an A4 sheet already.
Don't.
So I'm going to say it does date Wild Bunch and CNC Sportsperson Award in 2013. So
yes, because we were helping, I think, between Mark Hussell and Cassices with Ball Breaker, and Keith Crampton with Soul Town Shaker.
Oh wow, yeah.
So we just helped anyone who was willing to put up with two idiots just wanting to learn and get involved with drag racing, to be honest.
Yeah, so 2015, leap ahead those 2 years to 2015, and it says Best Newcomer Award with Wrathchild.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Claire knows more than us. Like I say, we've got our PBs written down in front of us because we're that useless with numbers.
Well, you see, every Wild Bunch meeting, Claire comes to see Colin, but has to walk past me, so she gives me the information that she gives Colin.
Yeah.
And I keep everything. I'm a terrible hoarder, especially in this office. If you could see what's behind me, there's a big file full of every single timing sheet from every single class.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done. So 2016, Wild Bunch Series, 3rd place, and the Irish Page Memorial Trophy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, God, yeah.
See, now I'm reminiscing now because we don't mention their age at all, do we? So
you're going back with slept and age since then. That's times when our knees didn't hurt when we bent down.
Yeah, but have you noticed though how every person within the other classes, when we talk about the top fuelers, they all bring their car up to their level. Everybody else goes down to their car in every other class. Yeah, so you work at ground level pretty much. When you get to top fuel and funny cars, they all bring the car up to their level.
Yeah, pretty much. Nice fancy jacks, but we're both mobile mechanics by trade, so we're used to kneeling and
quite weird if it's too high.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard work. It's easier to...
Yeah, so let's have a look. What did we say? Irish Page. 2017, the next year, I've got you 3rd place again. And Best Slingshot Award.
Yeah.
So
Rathy.
She's stocking up. But then this is when it stops because 2019 on my pieces of paper, you bought your 2nd Slingshot Rebel, which you bought from Phil Sweeney.
Yes. Yep. Phil and Dean.
Yeah, and both Pete and Rob gained their motorsport UK license this year. So you've been driving illegally. Terrible.
We didn't get caught. It's okay.
No, it says the boys alternate drives in each car, sometimes per run and sometimes per event. Rob has a red helmet. Pete has a blue one. As I say, only way I can tell you apart.
We thought it would be nasty to have the same colours, but then it's just easier. Red Robert, blue Peter.
Yeah.
So it makes it easy.
Who's the oldest? Who's the oldest?
Oh God, me, Rob.
By how?
A whopping 9 minutes. And
9 minutes is a lifetime when it comes to a younger brother.
Yes.
And I bet you he makes you remember each
felt the 9 minutes the longest.
I bet you he makes you feel, reminds you of that plenty of times.
I get 2 votes to every one of his.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Democracy.
democracy in action right there. Yeah. Where are we? It was just last year when Wrathchild joined Rebel being stacked injected. So
Oh yeah. Yes.
a particular configuration that the boys were very proud of. They are also seen with a great pit display of old fuel masks and racewear and really fly the flag for nostalgia racing. She really has built you guys up.
I know. Oh, now we've got to stand up to that level as well. Isn't it? No pressure. No, the stacks. We've always liked stack injected cars, and with Rebel we had to learn. We couldn't go and ask our parents. We couldn't. Oh, Daddy, do this. Can we? We had to figure it out. We had to learn. We asked the right people, and we learned, and we gained confidence with them. We still don't know everything, and we just kept buying the odd one. We bought the first one just to take apart, to figure it out how it worked, because we didn't want to damage the one on the car.
Mm-hmm.
And it just spiraled into a collection
that you never probably get rid of, and they're just still there gathering dust.
Save the money in the bank. Save the money in the bank.
Yeah, it was. Say we put out when we were, because obviously one of our sponsors of the website is John Wolf Racing, and every year we go and see John Wolf, and we did this year.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, he was rebuilding a car and asked us to put the word out, and we actually found something which we were quite proud of, wasn't it, Chris? We were quite chuffed with that. We were.
Was that the manifold?
That was the manifold, yeah, for the
the manifold or the slicks.
That was the manifold for the Allard 2 car.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which we have seen.
And since then he's got the rest of the parts he needs for the engine. So
yeah, so he spoke to a gentleman in America, spent a considerable amount of money and connections in America getting these parts back to the UK. So he now has everything to rebuild the Allard 2 car.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that is the second project. I'm not going to say what the first project is, but the first project that they have is now fully committed to be completed this year. I
nearly whispered it, but I thought the microphone. So
I would dare say. I might tell you afterwards, but it's quite.
Yeah.
It's
might tell you after recording.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting thing until Dave Rizik has said yay or nay on that situation. We'll hold that one close to our chest, but this is quite an impressive piece of machinery that's coming back.
Will they both be running or just
static? The one that's being confirmed for this year will be running.
No way.
Yep.
Wow.
Will be fully built to run. Not. I don't think they're going to run any passes in it, but it's definitely going to be a car that can start and run.
A Cacklefest car. That's cool. Either way, that's ace.
So
bring a bit of history back alive.
Absolutely. I mean, when I saw Cacklefest come to Dragstalgia, and I saw Ian Turbeville's car this past year, and I was just in love. That thing is immense, but I still can't get over the fact that you guys pretty much straddle the rear axle. It does.
I do not see a problem with that.
It
no
blows my mind.
No problem.
I'll tell you what. I'll just sit on the rear end. You know.
Yeah, but there are guys that lean over giant motorbikes with nitro motors in them.
Yeah.
Now,
so I
you
suppose
will not get me on a motorbike. No.
Yeah, I suppose top fuel bikes, you're actually leaning on a bomb, whereas this one, at least the bomb's in front of you.
Yeah, we've built that engine. At least we get front row.
Oh, we dropped off a bit there.
No, that's an
Nope, hang on a sec. They'll be back.
Jesus.
Oh, there they are.
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
and they're back in the room. They're back in the room.
Welcome back.
You're live on Channel 4. Please do not swear.
Oh, thank you, John. I know. We've got another sign, massive, saying "Do not swear, do not swear."
Oh, you're not the first. You are not the first. Thomas Cook Abbott said, "I'll be fine, but I need to keep reminding myself I mustn't swear." And then as
Yeah.
soon as we stopped recording, he let it all out.
Yeah, with TCA, we can believe that. He's one of those, he's got good talent. He can be an absolute clown, but then flick a switch and he is amazing.
Well,
And,
yeah, I mean, when we saw him at the
absolute
SPRC
legend for that.
at the dinner, he was exactly like that, you know, sunglasses. Did you
But
see
actually-
why he was wearing sunglasses?
Oh, to film it, but all
it
he
didn't
did
work.
is took a picture. He should have got Harley, or as we lovely know him, as Egg, and we've known Harley as Egg since day knowing Harley.
No, right. Yeah, obviously because of... Yep.
Should have just got Egg to sort out the glasses for him, and then it would have
Egg.
been fine.
Oh, what a lovely name. What an endearing...
Egg, whenever when he was a wee lad, you're right, Egg, ready, Egg, and just he's always been Egg. So Harley to us is Egg.
I like
Our
that.
brother from another mother.
Oh, I love that. So, on my list of accolades, it jumps from 2017 to 2019, where you actually got second place with Rebel.
Yeah.
Which was
Wow,
and then there's a long list after that. So it says Spirit of Nostalgia Challenge Series 3rd place.
Yeah.
Royal Wilding Nostalgia Race Cars Series 4th place. Wild Bunch Best Slingshot Award, Wild Bunch Best Turned Out, and the Wild Bunch Don Garlett's Spirit of Drag Racing Shield.
The big one.
The big one.
Yeah. Proud of that one.
Yeah.
Really proud.
Yeah. To have yourself connected with that name is pretty special.
Yeah, it is special. And seeing that it's like, I don't know how to put it, but licensed by Don Garlitz or endorsed.
That's a good word. Endorsed.
You've read a dictionary today.
Wow.
Or is it thesaurus?
He had to do his preparation somewhere.
But yeah, to be endorsed, by Don Garlitz himself is just amazing. Really, it is. It does make you feel quite big. In like, we've done well. Done well. All that hard work in the garage, it's recognised. It's ace.
Yeah. Because I remember Mr. Walding got the letter. I remember he contacted Mr. Garlitz and got the letter back saying, "Sounds good to me." So it's right, isn't it? So
well, absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't want to be connected with that guy? I mean, he's had let's just say I think he's had a lifetime of race.
Yeah, every T-shirt, like what is it? Been there, done that, got the T-shirt. Well, he's got every T-shirt. He's been there and done it.
Yeah, he's got every car. He's got everything that he ever wanted, really. You know.
Oh yeah. But he's just a lovely guy. Just people have spoken to him, and no one can say a bad thing about him, which I think is just lovely.
Yeah. Then it jumps. It jumps another 2 years. So you must have had a quiet year in 2020. I wonder why.
Yeah. Oh well. We'll skip over that bit. We don't want it to repeat.
No, we don't want that. Then I've got a series of places. Oh, you got Springbridge MS UK Challenge winners. I've got winners on these ones. Winners.
Ahead.
Yeah, winners on the SPRC Championship for Wild Bunch. So
yeah.
Crazy Chris Showmanship Award for both cars.
Yeah, so that's a Wild Bunch one. So we have our own little prizes for the Wild Bunch Club. And yeah, we won that one. I think we won when we won the championship because we had all of our T-shirts done. We just went. I think I made the last pass, wasn't it? Without sounding big-headed. And you come to collect me, and they were just throwing the T-shirts out to the crowd. And I think,
wow,
yeah,
blimey.
Oh, we grew up on the bank, and that's the kind of stuff we remembered.
Yeah,
as like 6-year-olds.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And that's what people, as much as people don't remember it, they do in their own way. They do remember a lot of things.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. We started off as spectators, so that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they say you can sit there and you can say, "Oh yeah, that was 20 years ago," and you think, "Oh my God," you know. But yeah, I do that. I can remember riders coming to the speedway track and they did this and they did that, and they go, "Oh my God, I don't even remember that." So it's always nice that people remember you for certain things. I mean, Wrathchild I haven't seen. I mean, Wrathchild, I remember you saying something about Wrathchild that you were going to do something with it, but Rebel, I've seen a lot more this past season.
Yeah, Wrathchild only comes out for the Run What You Brung events because she's an old gal.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rebel does come out more, but Wrathchild comes out. So like Nostalgia's, Hot Rod Drags, Dragstalgia,
Yep.
It comes out to those ones where the vintage cars vintage cars come out and play.
Yep, which is
Because
always.
she's so old, she can't tag.
I love how the fact that everything's a she. Have you noticed that, Chris? Oh, there he goes again, and he's gone. He's gone. Oh, no, I thought you were going to check on your chicken there.
Both cars we do. Yeah, they're girls. Yeah,
they're always girls, aren't they? But do women drivers have men cars?
Well, you have to ask your new reporter that question.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Yeah. So my list goes all the way up to last year. Accolade, beyond accolade. The Scotty Durant Above and Beyond Award is my last one on my list.
That was a touching one for us. Yeah, that was a really nice one. Knowing Scotty.
And do you know what? That, without blowing smoke up your bum, that's how I know you two guys. Above and beyond in everything that you do, not only your driving, but the way you carry yourselves, your pit work, just how you are. You talk to people that don't know you. You're always keen to share things. And I think that's just unbelievable in this world, that people are still open and honest about what they do and for something they love.
We appreciate that. Thank you. It's us just being genuine. Us. We go to the track and we still imagine both Pete and myself, the 6-year-olds, on that bank. So we just want to make sure we're impressing our 6-year-old selves.
Yeah. So let's ask you the question: are you two bosses, or is Hayley?
Definitely Hayley. Hayley makes us look good, without a doubt. Without a doubt, we're just the monkeys, and she's the one who, she does all the background work.
Yep. She does a lot of design work. I've seen a lot of her design work, and that's pretty special.
But she does it all.
Yeah, she does everything. Girl Friday.
Sorry?
Girl Friday, you know.
Girl Friday.
What, and she's obviously in the background reminding you, poking you, saying, get on with it, sort it out.
She's behind this little cue card saying, don't swear.
Is she behind the camera? Is she behind the...
She is. She's behind
your camera with a cue card saying, say this, say that.
Say,
yes. Well,
Hayley is special. Say this nice thing about me. But I have seen, and I haven't seen it recently, but she has a car.
She does have a car, yes. Yes. A little competition altered.
Yeah, I did see that. And then you'll have to go. Then you'll have to be the backup girl.
Yeah, I'll happily. She's backed Pete and myself up, and she's always done it great. So yeah, if a chance for her to get down the track in her own car is fantastic. It'll be like a.
And I think that's
how. I'm going to be able to design you a skirt to wear as well. So.
It has to be that wherever you two guys are, she's not far behind, or in front of, or yelling at you, or checking things.
Oh yeah, she's giggling. She's actually giggling.
That I'm bigging her. I'm bigging her up. Yeah.
yeah. No, she what she does for us is incredible. I mean, yesterday we worked on Rebel, and she's about 90% ready to fire up.
Yeah.
But without her, we would still be sat on this laptop going, right, how do we send an email to this parts company?
Oh dear.
Because we're after these parts. We can do the drags and stuff, but when it comes to technology, we're a bit like Luddites. You can't really do that kind of stuff. So she parts. She organises all of that. Like, Hayley, I need spark plugs. They're on the way. Hayley, I need gaskets. They'll be here in a few days.
Oh, so she knows before you.
Oh yeah. The spreadsheets she's got of part numbers, and then torque settings. It's like talking the heads down. Hayley, I need the torque settings. Stage 1 is this. Stage 2 is this. Stage 3 is this. It's like, thank you. She makes us look good. She really.
You see, it's all been misleading, Chris. It's all been totally misleading. We thought it was these two guys that were the pinnacle.
Well, no, it's Hayley.
Yeah, it's Hayley. So I'm just gonna talk to the organ grinder and not the monkey anymore. So.
Oh yeah, definitely should.
Oh, right,
yeah.
I was half expecting her to sit in between you guys and sort of like officiate.
We did say that, and she was like, no, I'll sit out the way. So she's there.
Yeah,
and she's probably laughing.
Well, you have to remember it's only an audio podcast, so it's not a video podcast.
That's fine.
Yeah. But no, it is a full team effort. We do have our strengths and weaknesses.
Yep.
And we all work with each other, and we all make it work. I mean, our old man as well. We can't take all the credit. He does a lot. He does help us.
Yeah.
But we've learned together on both cars.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a clue. So we learned, all three of us, and all four of us with Haley as well.
Yeah.
We learned. We had no choice but to learn.
We're still learning.
Yeah, still are.
Even though in my career I've been doing what I've been doing for 34 years, I still learn every single day. There's still things I don't know, and I don't profess to know everything. People look at me and think, "Oh my God, where did you know that from?" But I don't look at it that way. I just do what I do, and it just one person obviously once said to me, "Because you've got a mind more watertight than a duck's bum." But so once it's in my head, it never comes out. You know, I'm just one of these analytical people, and I like to see how things tick, and to the point of annoyance, you know, and that's why I go and talk to people. I love the way that Colin goes and networks, as we call it. I said, "Have you been talking to people?" "Oh, I've been networking," but you know, that's how he gets. Everybody shares stuff with him, and because Colin is Colin.
Colin's a character that I think everyone loves, us included. He's one of those guys. He comes and shakes your hand and say hello. You're on cloud 9.
Yeah,
Colin, the voice of Santapod.
I'm honoured to just sit in the
lovely.
vicinity of him.
Oh. Yeah.
That was interesting. Place is just falling apart around me. What's going on here?
As long as your Lego's all right, that's the main thing.
Well, that hasn't fallen off the shelf yet. There's some here. There's some here. There's some there. There's one I'm still doing. Yeah, I mean, Colin and Daryl, I mean, I didn't know what they looked like. It's a simple thing. I'm now 3 years down the line. I mean, this is how long. Well, it's been 2.5 for us.
We're entering our third year now.
We're entering our third season.
Yeah.
It's about this time, actually, isn't it? That it'll be.
It was about this time, yeah.
Yeah, it was about this time. But I started work a little bit longer than Chris, because I started working for Simon before, in the background doing.
I was racing still. I was just racing. So.
Yeah.
Fine. See you, Bob.
Yeah, whatever. Gloss over that.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I listened to things. I saw the podcast. I saw the podcasts. I saw the live streams from Pod and things like that, and I never knew half these people. And to tell you the God's honest truth, I still don't physically know a lot of people, because we laugh and joke about it, and I only ever see people through the visors of their helmets, so I recognise people by their eyes, which is quite an impressive feat in its own right. But my wife gets really cheesed off with me. I've been reliving a lot of old stuff on YouTube recently, and I was like, "That's such and such. That's such," and she goes, "Oh, will you just shut up?" You know, and that's how I see it. I can remember cars. I can't remember race numbers, and I can't remember PBs. So I'm just glad that Claire sent me this crib sheet. But I can spot. So I know exactly who that car is, and you see, one of the good things about being in the tower is I get to see a lot of background information and things like that. So on the commentator screen above where I sit, well, it will be above where I sit, because behind me is a new screen rig that I'm building for track work. So it'll allow me to not break my back looking at timings. So I get to see the old, what they call, it's called the commentator screen, if you've ever seen it. And it's what Colin sees, it's what Daryl sees. What it is a screen with 4 boxes, and there's left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, and all it is it just brings up all the information. So it'll bring up who you are, what you're driving, what the engine size is, where you're from, and any notes, anything that they've decided to put in. And then
you just ruined the Disney magic here, because I thought that was all memory and off little sheets.
Good God, no.
You've just crushed my child, my inner child.
Well, I'm not going to take it away from Colin or Daryl. They are very knowledgeable about stuff, and they do remember stuff. Yeah. I mean, Daryl will tell me exactly what it was this car was doing 15 years ago, and I'm like, how, my God, because I forget that he was a driver.
Yeah, top fuel.
Yeah, and
That
obviously,
was that accident with Mickey Cagrad, wasn't there?
yeah, that was. He
gas
was the one.
burned round
Yeah,
it.
he was the car that followed Mickey Cagrag's explosion down the track. So there is a video,
Yeah,
very
I've still
famous
got it.
video of him catching bits and pieces as he was driving by. So
Yeah,
I've still got a bit of distributor cap somewhere from Mickey Cagrad's car when it disintegrated.
yeah,
It landed next to me. So
and
yeah. We were big Mickey Cagrad fans, really big Mickey Cagrad fans. Had all the
yeah.
Barco Express merchandise.
You
Yeah,
see, I was always of the Urbacher clan, so it was a lot of the Swedish drivers. I have the DVD of the was it Kings of Nitro or something like that on that they did for Discovery, and that's
you
quite
have it?
yeah,
No way.
yeah. I've got the DVD.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
So
quite
I was on
funny.
the opposite. I was an Andy Carter fan, so
Oh, okay.
especially when I got invited to his trailer and had a look around, and he gave me a beer in the pits, and I was only a fan at the
Oh, that's
time,
cool.
and sat at the back of his car in his pits on the benches, having a beer, talking to him. I was just buzzing. So,
That's ace, but that's drag racing, though, isn't it?
it is, yeah. it is.
Everyone's there for the same little niche sport. We're our own little
Definitely
island,
it is, yeah.
Yeah,
and everyone's there for a good time. So there's no point viling anybody.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
we're all here. We're all
yeah.
different fans of different cars, but
Yeah.
we're all good. We're all chatting on, and that's
Yeah.
what drag racing is good. It's special. It's nice.
I came
Cheers.
to the track via Kevin Kent, so I did a bit of work for him for a season. Nothing engineering wise, only a bit of media work, and I really enjoyed it. And that's where my love was. I liked all the nitro stuff. I absolutely adore the smell, and that makes me very odd.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah, the nitro fog.
Compare it as an aftershave.
I've actually got a
It
picture
was the
down.
best part of going home after a weekend.
Yeah, stinking.
And you sat in your car for 4 hours because we're 4 hours away, and all you can smell in the car was nitro.
Mm.
Oh,
we had kerosene.
kerosene and diesel from
Kerosene.
standing in the barn behind Fire Force.
Yeah.
Definitely sat in the barn. Yeah.
Can you believe now in this wonderful world of
bottom,
health and
black bits
safety?
on your face.
Yeah, that we've had that barn existed, and you still had Fire Force dumping kerosene like that.
We look
Kerosene
at
and
all
rubber.
things through modern eyes. It was cool back in the day, but now safety is taking a lot more standard, and safety moves forward when people are hurt. So you understand why.
Oh, absolutely.
Why the changes are made, but at least we can go. Yeah, we've stood there, and it was.
We've stood there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The chicken guy.
Oh yeah, the chicken guy
Yeah.
with the rubber chicken.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't know that one. You've got one on me. The only chicken guy I knew was Tom. That was Tommy Happening, wasn't
The
it?
chicken. He had like a rubber chicken on a giant fishing rod, didn't he? He used to dangle the chicken down.
The afterburner.
Really? I'm gonna have to find this out.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to dig into this.
I'm sure there'll be people who will correct us a bit more. But there was a guy with the chicken.
Yep.
That was cool. And then do you remember the flag wars at like Euros or main event? And they used to have a competition. You could get the flag the highest, and you'll see like a Union flag or a St George's cross,
And a Swedish.
or a Swedish or a Finnish flag, trying to go as high and higher and higher.
I can't remember that one.
You see, but don't you think that's what makes pod really?
Yes, exactly. Yes, that is why if you say to any drag racing fan, "I'm going to Santa Pod," you've got a big smile on your face. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're going to the happy place.
Oh, I
don't
went there.
get me wrong,
I went there
those-
10 years ago as a kid, and I loved it. And I thought that, yeah, and I didn't really go. I have buried in this. Oh, I can find it actually. Hang on a sec.
Buried in the depths.
Into the depths. So I can pull out an envelope. Is this the envelope? No, that's not the one. It must be not that one either.
Envelope.
And the winner is
Yeah.
not us.
I did have. This is quite a strange thing. I don't know where it is now, but I did have. No, it's disappeared. I did have this is the first time I ever went to pod. Now, my motorsport history is predominantly speedway and oval racing. Going round and round and round in a circle, getting very dizzy, only turning left. A little bit
Driving around looking for the finish line.
Yeah, four laps, job done.
But no brakes though.
No brakes. No, speedway bikes are 500cc methanol powered single cylinders, and they do shift. And I'm the same as you. I will not go on one because I just can't fathom how they do it. my first experience at Pod was for all the lifestyle stuff. So I used to go to Performance Vauxhall.
Okay.
Well, I did have a Vauxhall at the time, but I was only there for sound offs.
Okay.
So I used to build very big car stereos to compete with.
Things that like rattle the windows in your car.
Absolutely. And my proudest achievement, I would say, we won in Europe. We won the European finals, which was good, in a Fiat Panda of all things. The way everybody says, well, how does that work? And I said, well, look at it this way. If you imagine your fire alarm is 98 decibels, that's what an average fire alarm is. Our winning score for our car at the time was 164 decibels. And that was horrendous. You couldn't sit in the car.
But the sound system was louder than the engine.
Oh, absolutely. Not, you say your average radio is like 45 watts. Ours was, 27,000 watts. Running off batteries and God knows. It took us like 4 hours to charge the car batteries, but 5 minutes to discharge them. It was a little bit...
You could have one of those Tesla smart chargers.
It was a little bit like, Top Fuel, they don't measure it in miles per gallon. It's gallons per mile, isn't it? So
yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, that was good fun. And we got invited via a website to go to Centre Pod to compete in a little day thing. And it was where I was trying to work out the other day where it was. And I think when we did this activity, it was where the arena is now. So it was grass, so that probably shows you how long time ago it was.
That's going back some, isn't it? Yeah.
So that's probably, there was us, well, me and my friend and 20 other cars, and we all parked in a circle, and a guy from a university came with a seismometer, and he put it in the middle, and we all played our cars, and it gave 3.4 on the Richter scale. And it was funny.
Was that featured in Max Power magazine? Now we're going back some.
Yep, absolutely. And as a result of that, I am one of those 20 people that still has the Guinness World Record for that.
No way.
And that's the certificate that's in this room somewhere. Wow. I can't remember where it is. It's an official Guinness World Record certificate, that's my only big claim to fame. But now
that's really fair play to you. Yeah. Congratulations.
But now I'm part of a bigger family of drag racing. I'm so annoyed at myself for not doing it sooner, because I love going there.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I love going there. I think it's an amazing place. I think it's amazing that they're doing some more work this winter for making the pits bigger, making
that's really cool.
Finishing the burnout boxes, watching Ian Marshall in the tractor trying to lay rubber down on a very clean track.
Yeah. But that's a good sign for all of us racers. If they're expanding the pits and doing all that, it means Santa Pod is safe.
Yeah.
That means all of the cars we've got aren't going to be wasted money, aren't going to be useless paperweights that you can go to a car show with, fire up and go, well, it used to do this.
Yeah.
Santa Pod's safe. That's reassuring for us. We can carry on.
Yeah, it does. It opens up a whole new category in Santa Pod's history, in the fact that they have to make the pits bigger to accommodate all the competitors. And you think, well, in a world that's finding financial constraints at every corner, to see that it's still growing is phenomenal.
Yeah, but everyone makes it work. If you're into it, you will make the sacrifices to make things work, and it's nice. Do what you can to go.
Yeah, and it's the same with you two guys. I mean, I'm sure you made a hell of a lot of sacrifices to do what you love, and I would never take anything away from anybody. And what warms my soul is when I started out as a photographer, and then obviously came on to do this with Chris and Dave. The biggest thing I started out when I started doing photography was I wasn't too much interested in getting the right shot, which is probably bad for a photographer. I got more of a kick out of seeing the smiles on people's faces when they came off the track, and that made my part in that activity, all the more better. And that's how I see every competitor, and I see you two especially that way. You know, PBs and speeds and safe passes from A to B, brilliant, wonderful. But to see you come off the track and say you've taken Rebel out and it's refused to play ball, you tow it down the escape road, you're still smiling.
It's racing, isn't it? You've gotta take it. You got to take the bad with the good.
Yeah.
Enjoy the good times, and we have gone through the bad times, and we've come out with them, and we enjoy it. We've okay. When it happens, we're angry. Yeah. Obviously, you're going to be angry, but you go back, regroup, spend money you haven't got, come out speaking again.
Very true.
But you learn from it, and that's it. That's another string in your bow, and
it is.
You've got to find the little bits of silver linings where you can.
Yeah. It's weird for us as well because we're like you see other family a lot of teams are family, but we're brothers but we're also twin brothers. But how we work is also very differently. Where Rob wants to get stuck in straight away, and I want to sit for a second and mull it over and like work through the options. So sometimes you'll see us butting heads, and we'll keep banging heads and heads until we find the common ground where we can both work. And then we start going.
Yeah.
And that's what sort of confuses some people because how we're so different, but we both want the same outcome. It's just how we get there. Takes a little bit of toing and froing, but we always get there.
Isn't that just brothers? Yeah, that's just being a brother.
It's not like we're falling out. This is just brothers. This is brothers being brothers. Any of the listeners who have got brothers or sisters will agree. It's just siblings being siblings.
Yeah.
And that's how we work.
And I think it's brilliant that you're still there. You've not got to such a point where you've thought, oh, stuff this, I'm off, But
we have come close. Yeah, we won't lie. We have been in that situation, especially the year we've just done. We did start to lose a little bit of the fun, which might come as a shock to a lot of people. We did by the end of the season. We did start to think about. I could be doing other stuff because the fun's gone a little bit. So we are this season. We want to try. We're not going to focus on anything else. We want to focus on just having fun again.
Yeah.
Because it did disappear, but we can't really fathom out why. But it just did.
But does sometimes that pursuit of PBs, speeds, etc., like that, get in the way of enjoyment?
Yeah, because we're doing every run, Rebel, Wrathchild. Oh, we didn't do whatever. It didn't do whatever. It is what it is.
We forgot to take the small victories. We were too busy focusing, or we sort of found ourselves, even though we said we wouldn't, we'd find ourselves still focusing on the bigger thing, on the bigger victory, on the bigger cake, on the bigger slice of cake, than realizing, actually, this little cookie is just as good as that big cake, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
I would say that a lot of people in the pits would say that about you as well. That there's two brothers, there's a family, there's their cars. They're just doing it, because they enjoy what they do.
Yeah, we it's what we wanted to do. We went from being 6 years old on the bank. Funnily enough, we started off not spectating but sliding down the bank on cardboard boxes. And then as we got older and older, we started to get involved more. I remember a drive home when we said we want to do this. And go to school and doing the show and tell when we were showing bits of cars, bits of spark plugs we got handed to off races and pictures. And we were being told, you won't be able to do that because it's a family thing. You're born into that kind of sport. You need to be born into it.
Yeah.
You need to be work hard for it.
There is a lot of that. Yeah, there is a lot of that within the fraternity that is drag racing. There is a lot of family that do that, but then there's the term family as well that encompasses everybody. I agree. Yeah, it's just one. I often thought that when I did my photography, because I did it for a championship for 6 years. And I thought they were great. They were people that just helped out each other. They did this, they did that, but they were ultimately competitors and they always wanted to win because then you wouldn't do it otherwise. But that destroyed itself because it got so heavily into money that it couldn't it couldn't sustain itself, and the fun just drained away. People would go there. It became a chore rather than just as a big lead weight around your neck that I have to go, I have to compete, and I have to show willing. But people turn up. They don't necessarily. At the SPRC dinner, we always end to see Chris and I always end to sit on the same table as Andy Thetford. we always rib him something terrible about not being able to get from across the finish line under his own power. And
now that's nasty. We think Andy's a lovely guy.
He's a brilliant guy, and he takes it every single time.
Yeah.
When we compete in Super Pro, if we pit next to Andy, we know we're having a good weekend because the laughter and the banter between Andy and his guys and us lot is just really good fun. And whenever we get a chance to race Andy, the top end, the smiles and the laughter is just.
And he said he sat at the table. He sat at the table and he said, "Do you know what? You can't do that anymore." And I said, "Well, why is that?" And he said, "Well, I've had the engine completely rebuilt, and we found out what was wrong. And I am gonna." We look
forward to seeing him.
Yeah, and he was like, "This is how it's going to be." And he stepped away from the table, and his wife was there, and we were talking and laughing and joking. And Chris knows exactly what I'm going to say, and he's going to start laughing now because
I do. I know exactly what's coming.
Somebody there, we sat on the table with some Sports MT drivers, and Julian Hunt and his partner, and they say, "Oh yes, what class does Andy Thetford drive in?" And I was like, they put me on the spot. And just for the evening, I couldn't remember. So I thought, right, phone out, here we go. So I went on Santa Pod Racers Club race, because obviously you can find out lots of information on that. And it came up and it said, Andy Thetford, SPRC. So I clicked the link and it went, not found. And I showed his wife and she wet herself. And he said, "There's been an error. Who is this person?" We were like, "Oh!" And I actually came back and we showed it to him, and he absolutely wet himself.
I think it said, "This is awkward."
This is awkward. That's it. Yeah, it said,
awkward.
"This is awkward."
Nothing found.
Nothing found. And we was like, "Oh, you're not a racer, Andy, anymore." But no, he's coming back, and he's coming back to prove a point to himself and to the track that car is competitive, and it's one of those cars that, like Rathchild, like Revel, I just look at and I think, wow, what a piece of engineering.
We've seen him like last year when they had the engine apart again, and he's still laughing, he's still smiling, and the crew, it's like fair play, to hats off. And like we say, when we've raced him a few times, get to the top end, kit off, like your helmet and your mask and everything, shake his hands with Andy, and he's like. He's a 7-second twin turbo car compared to our 8-stack small block. And we're like, Andy, the back end of that car looked ace all the way up. But it is a pretty car. So it's good fun. It's really good fun. He's a great guy.
And when it comes to drivers, I mean, I if I'm just throwing names out there, Jack Williams when Evil Edna got destroyed.
Yeah.
I was horrified at that because I absolutely adored that car, and I still do. I've got it. It's on a T-shirt that I own, so that's one of my other collections. Is I collect a lot of T-shirts, as you probably know.
Nice T-shirts.
So when that got destroyed, I was sort of broken, and then I saw him come out, and he'd obviously got the Corvette.
Oh, chef's kiss to that! Chef's kiss. Saw that. Mwah.
Yeah, and I went to talk to him about it, and I said, "So, are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, whatever." That was just a slight hiccup. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that car's bent completely. But that's how it is. It's just people see the bigger picture, and I really admire that.
The car, well, for both drivers involved, the car did their ultimate job. It's an unfortunate event, but that's racing.
That is racing, yeah.
They're both here with us still, which is lovely.
Yeah.
And the new evil Edna, again, chef's kiss.
Yeah, beautiful, it's a lovely piece of engineering. I look at, I've got a bit of a newfound fascination for slingshots because it bogs my mind how people drive them, but then I see the artwork that goes into them. Look at Mean Streak, look at Loz. That car's an absolute picture. As I say, Ian Turbeville's car, an absolute work of art. They
have to be.
Yeah.
They have to be. everything's on display. You haven't got tons of bodywork to hide stuff, so everything's got to look pretty.
Yeah.
Everything has to be pretty but functional.
Yeah.
Slingshots are a work of art, cars.
Yeah, and then I would say they're not a dying breed. I think they're a breed of car that the purists like.
Slingshots never went away.
No.
Slingshots have always been around.
I know.
Yeah.
I know our
Keep them
third
back.
wheel in our plan of Dave, the main, sorry, the third part of our editorial team is he has he has everything. He has all the bits. He wants to bring it back for Dragstalgia.
I guess he's aiming for the Cannonball because that's where the big blown cars are going after play. So
No, he's only owning for one thing, and it's the one thing that he probably won't be allowed to do.
Oh, let me guess. It means burnout with something other than water.
Absolutely, that's all he lives for fire burnouts. This guy this is his bread and butter. He really wants to bring Doris back just to do a fire burnout.
And he wants his dad to set him afire, basically.
Yeah, well,
Good way to sort out any family feuds, isn't it?
Yeah. Set me
I don't want to
afire.
say the name of the show, but we grew up watching Johnny Knoxville and Bam Margera on that kind of show. And when our parents saw flame burnouts going on, because we used to ignore the "do not try this at home" warnings, they were straight away no. So yeah, it won't happen. No. So fair play to Dave, but us, no.
There are a lot of those on YouTube, and it just makes me giggle. They're setting these cars afire, and then the car's just sitting there, and they're like, "No, go, please go."
Was it Alien? Was it the Alien Altered?
Yeah.
That sat there for a while, and and he spun up, and the flames went everywhere, and the car was still singed at the back. And I remember the crowd at Dragstalgia, me included, absolutely cheering like a lunatic because that was the coolest thing I've seen.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's the same with
it's
the same with Martin Hill and all the 5-horse cars to Perry and things like that, and they blow my mind. To know that Martin's built all those cars just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I strap myself to a rocket every single time I go down the track. It freaks me out. I'm happy that those two cars stage under the tower. Perry in Oklahoma Willie has a bad habit of staging in front of the tower. And my view of those, I've seen the jet cars quite a few times, obviously, because where I sit. But it's quite funny that now our job role, mine and Robin, who sits in the tower from time to time, our job role when the jet cars come is to sit on the floor and hold the plugs in, because if they have a habit of shaking the plugs out of the sockets, and then the live stream goes down.
Have you not seen the jet slingshot yet?
No.
The jet powered slingshot, because there was Matt Wright? He had one, and then another guy from overseas, he had one, but I think it was a Dragstalgia, but it was unsuccessful.
Well, Matt Wright's one's now
Lozzies.
Yeah,
which is cool. But yeah, there was the jet slingshot. I think he came to Dragstalgia last year, but I think they had problems and they couldn't get it running. So he's on a totally different level of crazy, sitting over a back axle driven by a jet.
Yeah. You know, it's a bit strange, but what a spectacle! Where can you go? Where else can you go that you see things like that?
You can't. I remember we did the Silverstone start again. The Silverstone show. We've done it with Santa Pod for a few years now, and last year they had Martin Hill and Fire Force, and they shut the actual Silverstone track because of the pops and the bangs and the smoke. All the Silverstone marshals were like, "There's a fire and there's an explosion somewhere." And it was Martin Hill putting on a show, and then they got told to calm it down.
Yeah, I remember Colin telling me that they had to slow it down a bit because it was causing a bit of aggravation.
Yeah.
But it always made.
They fired up the Nitro Funny car, and then it went crazy again.
Was that Patrick that did last year?
No, who was it? Patrick was the first year.
Oh right, okay.
Was it Thermoreg? I think it might have been the Thermoreg guys because they didn't have the body on.
Oh, yeah.
It's a funny car.
I see. Saying that, I see Kevin Chapman's car is on the Festival of Power poster, so I don't know if he's planning on coming out.
More funny, the better. More dragsters, the better.
Here's the irony. This goes back to the commentator's screen. I sit there and that person comes from there, that person comes, and then I find that a good third of the competitors are about 20 miles from me, and I'm like, where, when, this is crazy. The Thermoreg car is in Mildenhall, which is
Okay.
not far from where I go to Speedway. And Kevin's actually messaged me quite a few times. He goes, "Oh, you must come over. You must come over." So I mean,
it's a small old world.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. And you think, where do they store these things? The bells,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Ashley and AC Bell. Yeah, where do they store all these things? They've got different cars for this year, I see. The bells.
Have they?
Yes.
Wow. Fair play.
Yeah, and people just constantly push the boundaries. Let's talk about pushing the boundaries. Colin Miller.
Oh yes.
How much further can you push a boundary?
He's found a new boundary to push.
Yeah, no. I think he's found the boundary and gone through it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait. Every ounce of good luck to him, because that's just so cool.
That is, yeah. That was Liam's car from last year, so there is.
Was it?
And obviously being
so
rebranded.
we won't see Liam, but we'll see.
We'll see the car.
Miller.
You'll see Runa. You'll see Colin. He said he's hoping to license at Festival of Power, so
that's really cool.
That's going to be pretty special. So I
think a lot of people are going to be well behind him, because he's one of those characters. Yes. He's a lovely guy. He's just a happy chap. It's love. So yeah, everything behind him. The spirit of the guy is unbelievable. The one thing I know where he is, because he's wearing yellow Crocs, and that's every time I see yellow Crocs. Crocs and Colin just hand in hand. Goes together.
Thomas Cook Abbott has got yellow Crocs now, so it's going to get a bit confusing.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Oh, absolutely. So you guys, we've been chatting away for an hour. We've bigged you up. We've knocked you down. We've thrown you around. We've given away how old you are.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably never going to let me forget that.
We might be that age in body, but we're still mentally. I think we're still 13. Yeah.
Oh, I'm less than that. I often say that I'm 6. So I don't know why.
Yeah, fair play.
Because at 6 years old, you had no cares in the world. You did what you did, and you didn't fear. And that's one of the things that I live for now. Is people say to me, "How do you live your life?" And I say, "Well, it's better ask for forgiveness than permission."
Oh, you shouldn't have told us that. That's a really bad thing to tell us.
Sorry, Hayley.
Yeah, you want to see the face she's making.
Don't go and do this. But you guys,
Hayley, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Sorry.
Oh dear, I've really shot myself twice in the foot now. Somebody said something to me, and he goes, they were talking about something going wrong in a different podcast, and I remember that, and he goes, not only have you shot yourself in your foot, you have gone round to every other competitor in the championship and shot them in the foot, which I thought was a great analogy.
Oh yeah.
So
if you take one thing away, it's going to be your analogy. Yeah,
that's great. As I said, I remember stupid stuff.
Yeah,
it's been great to talk to you guys. You are
what
I would class as the pinnacle of Wild Bunch, even though there are lots of competitors and you would never big yourself up that much. When we talk,
everyone in the Wild Bunch, they're just as important. We're a Hall of Fame class. Everyone is just as important as everyone else. Yeah.
When I talk about Wild Bunch, I talk about you guys. I talk about Mark and Steve.
Quite rightly so.
And Ballbreaker, and obviously Rebel and Wrathchild and Mean Streak, and all of those cars that are iconic. And these are the sort of things when you go to a track, you see a lot of top fuelers and funny cars and nostalgia funny cars, and you think, wow, these are pretty special. But I see beyond that now, and that's what this working for Euro Dragster has done for me. I see beyond, and I see the passion, I see the love, and I see the admiration of every driver and rider in every class that goes to pod. I just want to say thank you for being who you are.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that.
And I'll say thank you to don't change. Just never change. Stay 13. Stay sliding on cardboard down the bank.
Oh, don't tempt us. We'll try it and you'll see us hobbling around. Yeah, my knee's gone.
Thank you to Hayley for organising this, because I know you two would never do it.
Oh yeah, too right. We don't like talking about ourselves. We'd rather talk about everyone else.
Yeah.
But you've got bragging our achievements.
Yeah, you've got a lot of knowledge in your brains rattling around. And that's always great, because the fact is,
Yeah.
as it said on Claire's notes, you are, if I can find it quickly, you're a great display. You know, you really fly the frag. I can't even spell it. See, I'm doing it now. Fly the
Just being a
flag.
hard one.
Frag. Frag.
Too much smiling that is. 'Cause,
Yeah,
yeah.
fly the flag for Nostalgia Racing and Wild Bunch.
It's straight
And
up.
I can't imagine going to Hot Rod Dragstalgia without seeing you guys there. I can't imagine that you're not there. That you're there somewhere.
No, we will be there. Yeah, we always will be. Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's our life. We wouldn't change it. To be fair, it's what we want to do.
And I would say this to
what
everybody
we
that
need to do.
comes on here that tell us about their humble beginnings and the way that they've learned to drive and the way that they've competed. Don't ever change.
We won't. This is us.
Yeah.
We'll just keep coming back stronger. I wouldn't say stronger. No, we'll just keep coming back over and over again and being us. Yeah.
Isn't
The
it?
bodies might get fatter, the hair might get grayer, but we'll stay the same.
Isn't it the definition of insanity? Here's another analogy. This is the definition of insanity: is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome.
Yeah, too right. And then if you look just below it, you'll see slingshot drivers.
Brilliant, guys. Thank you very much for your time.
You mean you sit there with your legs over that? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Nah.
So if it explodes, what happens? You know.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it.
Don't worry about
You
it.
got no legs.
No. That's a bit extreme. It'll just go rattle, clank, and suddenly it stops being your problem.
Yeah. That sounds like a you.
That's morbid, that is.
You can go back to the crew chief and they say, that sounds like a you problem.
Yes, it does. Yeah. No, but it shouldn't happen with modern technology and modern materials. No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Good. Brilliant.
If you worry about everything, you're never going to do anything.
Yeah. And I'll leave you with this little bit here. It says, the boys will tell you that they could not do all that they do without the help and support of Rob's amazing fiancée, Hayley, and the boys' awesome mum and dad, Julie and George Brown. All massive parts of what make the team great. Rob and Pete joined the Wild Bunch Committee in 2023 and are invaluable committee members.
Aww.
No.
She knows how to be nice to you two guys.
No.
I don't know how much you paid her.
No, we're what we are. We're who we are. And that's it. I mean, to be fair, we learn from from a hell of a lot of great people. Mark Cusell, Link Cusell, Steve Cassisi, Anna Cassisi. They took us on. They gave us our big break. Then we learned with Roy Wilding. I mean, what other man to learn with?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I still can't sell that. I still can't believe that car's up for sale.
What? Soul Shaker?
No.
Roy's?
Chariots of Fire,
Yeah, but that's a gorgeous car. Someone will get themselves a lovely car.
Absolutely.
I wish it was us, but it won't be.
I don't know what the plan is for this year. I know that last year Mark Luton was driving it because of a bit of a thank you from Roy.
They've got no doubt they've got their plans, and that car will come out as pretty and as fast as ever.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to see that, and I can't wait to see you and everybody that competes. It's I can't wait until Festival of Power.
Not long to go, but we've still got lots and lots.
I'm a little bit gutted because I'm not going to be there this year. I'm away, so I'm on holiday.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
As long as it's something nice, we'll let you off.
Yeah.
I'm away in the caravan with the family, so.
Hey, that's all right then. Winner, chicken dinner.
Yep.
It is.
And it is going to be chicken dinner, funnly enough.
Oh yeah, chicken.
It is, yeah. It's about 45 minutes left to go, so yeah, it should be all right. It's a late dinner, so.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a good evening,
Right.
and we'll catch up with you at the
Thanks
track.
very much.
Bye bye.
Yeah, see you at the track soon.
See you
Take
soon.
care, everyone.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Right. Thank you to those two lovely gentlemen. That was an absolutely excellent chat with
Absolutely amazing.
with
Thank
the
you,
Marras.
guys.
As always, we seem to. I think we should big ourselves up, but we bring the best out in people.
Definitely.
That was a really good chat with Rob and Peter. Absolutely fantastic. I embarrassed them quite a lot, and we sort of like went off at a tangent and talked about other stuff, which probably gives you a little bit more information about me, which you probably should have not bothered with. But there we go. That's just how we do things. So
I was a bit quiet because I kept disappearing.
Yeah,
I'm cooking dinner, so.
Then we had a little bit of a hiccup with technology there, and that brings us on to an apology. We did have a slight hiccup in technology this past week that was totally out of our control. Unfortunately, we were due. Chris was due to post some info and bits and pieces, but our hosts decided to shut us down for about 2 hours.
An outage.
Yeah, which we didn't know.
3.5 hours it was down for.
3.5
in total. Yeah.
Yeah, and I say we'll apologise on behalf of our hosts for that because we don't like to shut ourselves down, but we'll also say we didn't know it was coming. It just happened, and we do apologise if there was a slight delay. We're back all singing and dancing now. We're still pushing on with our slight refresh for 2026. That's still a work in progress. Hopefully, before Festival of Power, we'll launch that. We'll also, Festival Power, as I say, our plans for the season, our Festival Power is my season kickoff. So that'll be our first official live reports from Santa Pod. But Chris, I believe that you may be going to something before that.
Yeah, I'm aiming to get to the speed show at Elvington the weekend coming on the Sunday. But I can't guarantee I'll be there. But if I'm there, I'll get some pictures and some videos.
Yeah, I'm going to say, with the season being a bit quiet, we haven't really pushed our YouTube. Hopefully, what we're going to do is, as the season...
Been a couple of items there from Bob Roberts.
Oh, absolutely, yes. We got some bits and pieces shared. I forgot about those. I do apologise. Yeah, Bob Roberts sent us some stuff, and that's all gone up, and they're worth a look.
That's really...
We, I'll say, it's been very quiet, obviously, because of no season, no racing, no nothing. So when the season kicks off fully, that'll swing back into action. The only other thing is the podcast won't stop. I don't plan for it to stop. There'll be a lot more news on there. There might be a bit less of the guests, but we seem to wing this quite well. So we speak to people and then we say, shall we, shan't we, shall we, shan't we? And it just seems to work out. And for that, I'm truly grateful for all the people that want to come on and say they want to be part of our little growing podcast.
Yeah.
So that's that for the season. There are X amount of other things after that, and the podcast will help. The website. Don't exclude the website because that's quite important to us as well. Number one thing, really.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
So Chris has got some bits and pieces on sponsor news and the awards that we are looking at for the year.
Yep, definitely. I will just bring my list up because
I dropped it. I do that a lot. I find that I really drop him in, and he's like, "Oh, I've got that bit ready to go."
I did have it open. It's just had to close. So
yeah,
we've announced our 2026 Perfect and Photo Finish Award sponsors. As usual, our Perfect Light Award is sponsored, as always, from Caff and Tig Napier from Bad Habits Racing. Thank you very much once again to them for sponsoring us again. That's for the Perfect Light Award. And the new sponsor come on board for the Perfect ET Award, which you've probably all seen on the news. Dan Page contacted me asking if the award was still available for sponsorship, because he wanted to be a great way to remember the late John Morton, who passed away in September 2022 at Santa Pod Raceway during an event. But thank you very much for Dan to come on board. That will be the John Morton Perfect ET Award, starting in the Festival of Power. And I believe he's going to get some new special stickers designed for that award. So whoever wins it will get a nice little decal sticker placed on your car, which is really good.
Which is brilliant. And I say thank you to him.
It is. It's
ready
a great way to keep
keep the spirit alive, so to speak. Yeah,
keep the spirit alive. Yeah, even though his Camaro, no hair 1969 Camaro is no longer with Dan, it's being passed on to a new owner. But we need to keep John's name remembered around the track, which I'm sure everyone will remember. John,
Yep.
quite a big character in the sport before on bikes and before he came into cars doing super gas level. You did obtain his professional license in top fuel bike. So
Wow. Yeah.
but due to some I think it was health issues, he decided to go into a car, and then he decided to lead and do quite well on super gas, and he won the perfect ET award in quite a few times. So it's a good way of not forgetting him. So.
No.
And also, as we're going to continue photo finish award. It was in 2024. Bob Roberts had the sponsorship on that. We took over the photo finish award in 2025, and we're going to renew it for this year. A little bit of change on the award payout, which is all the details on the website. As you can all understand, that to run the website, it all takes money and funds. Like everything else you do with the sport, it all takes money and funds. So, yep, all the details on our website in the news. So go see that. That should be really good.
Yep.
And what else have we got here? We are still open to any new sponsors for the website. So if you would like to be on board and be part of the Eurodragster team and have your name, team name, or company on our website, get in touch at news@eurodragster.com.
Yep.
Or editor@eurodragster.com. Or even on Facebook Messenger, just drop us a message saying you'd like to speak about opportunities for sponsorship. Just get in touch. We're open to adding more and more. Because more we have, the more opportunities to get Graham and the team into Europe, back into Sweden, Hockenheim, Malta when it finally opens. So I say everything we all rely on funds. We know it's hard for everyone at the moment with the way things are. But yeah, if you even it's just a little bit, if you want to sponsor and get your name on the website, just please get in touch.
Yep. So with those sponsors in mind, we thank the ones that have come back on board. We've got some new ones, we've got some old ones, and we always thank them immensely. We're going to do a lot more for the sponsors this year, as we always say. We've got
something nice with staff merchandise, staff clothing. Hopefully we'll get that up and running before the season.
We are working on it. I've got one little bit left to do, and then I'm sure to show the proofs to Chris and see what he thinks.
I don't know. We are going to bring some merch. The merchandise is going to be expanded on our website to bring back the hoodies, which we did start selling at the beginning, but due to a printing technical error, we had to pull that off the line. But hopefully, hopefully by the season starts, we'll have hoodies, t-shirts, polos, everything to have it all selling our merchandise. But
I carry a lot of stickers as well, which I'm just happy to give out. I don't sell them.
So do I. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've still got the old style. I've got new style. I've got a very different style.
Yes.
If you ever want something like that, just let us know. I'm happy to. I've got hundreds of them.
But we have got a new bit of news coming out soon, which I don't want to announce very soon, but we're not a title sponsor for Santa Pod Racers Club for this season at the moment, but more details will come very soon on what we have done, and you'll be able to see a lot more when you're at the track as well.
Yep, and that'll become obvious as the meetings go through.
And that's using the new logo Graham's got.
So that'll be great to see.
Yeah, definitely.
With
that's
all that,
the sponsor news. Really,
with all that being said, any other business? There isn't any other business. I don't think any other business for us is. Thank you to Graham Sykes and to Rob and Pete Brown. Thanks to
Graham.
Thanks to Jamie from Design by Binny for being our podcast sponsor. I'll say hello, Jamie. Nice to see you. I must touch base with you this week sometime. I'm hoping. I've still put the feelers out for the end of the winter series at Bradenton. Still got the feelers out for that. If anybody's got any names, or if anybody's going and would be happy to share some pictures and some words, drop us a line at the usual email addresses. I'd love to be able to get that. I have to be a bit brutal and say Bradenton have not been very good at replying to my numerous emails. I've sent another one today, so hopefully something might turn up. I'd love to be able to share that with you via eurodragster.com. We'll see how it goes.
Definitely.
Definitely. And that all that brings us to the end, and to say thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. We're available on every platform that you know where you get your podcast from. I did look at the analytics this week, and most of it's through Apple. So Apple, Amazon, YouTube, our own website, Spotify. It all goes live on there pretty much as soon as I publish it. So join us next time. Join us next time. And if we've got any guests lined up, you'll hear from us soon. If you want to be a guest, drop us a line. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening.
And good night.
Yeah, good night.
That was the Euro Dragster podcast. For drag racing news, reports, galleries and classifieds, visit eurodragster.com. Join Graham and Chris next time for more from the world of drag racing.